Hi, I'm Jeff Gould. I've been telling stories my whole life. I put some of them on CDs. I put some of them in fiction, crime novels. I put in nonfiction stories. You can get them on my website. I hope you do. And here's what you need to know about a story. Sometimes you don't tell the name of the story because that's the punchline. I tell you this story about South Dakota. Sometimes they call it East River and West River. They really should call it rattlesnake country or no rattlesnake country. Western part of the state, they got rattlesnakes. If you see a sign that says Rattlesnake Hill, that's both poetic and also a warning. So these guys tell the story when they're 8 and 9 years old, and they're out hunting in the fall in West River, South Dakota. It gets cold at night, gets down to about 20 and at that time of year. And the snakes, well, they go dormant. They get slower moving, and they will just rest there. But if you pour some like coffee or warm water on them, they will come to life. Anyway, they're out there hunting with their dad and their uncle and their guide, who is named Tex, with a real honest-to-goodness cowboy hat and a six-shooter, which we will get to in a moment. All right, they're in the tent, and they're telling stories. Tex is a great storyteller. And in a tent, you're both inside and outside, right? You can gather around and huddle for warmth, but you are completely surrounded by the sounds. Anyway, the 8-year-old says, "Dad, I gotta go to the bathroom." Well, there are no bathrooms in that part of the state. Tex says, "We'll just go outside." So they can hear this young 8-year-old going to the bathroom, peeing, and all of a sudden they hear another sound, the unmistakable sound of a snake coming to life. Tex, leaps to his feet, jumps out of the tent and says, "Get out of the way, you can hear him." Blam! Blam! Can you hear the sound of that six-shooter just outside the tent? Minute goes by, Tex comes in, tosses a rattle to the feet of the 8-year-old and says, "There's your trophy, son." Well, the next day they go out to look at the snake. Sure enough, they find a snake. Its head has been blown off, and it has a complete set of rattles. So now, it's the name of the story. I call it Tex and the Two Rattlesnakes. If you come to Shields, enjoy their layout. It's pretty nice here. I thought I'd share a little hunting story, and maybe they'd appreciate it, and you would as well. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and God bless Tex and his memories.